The following are your signs, your wake-up call, your final warning from the universe to help you see the dangerous path you're on and get you to change directions before it's too late. Okay, I don't want to scare you, but if you're engaged in one or more of the following signs, you need a serious one-on-one with yourself and re-evaluate your life choices and lifestyle and consciously change this path of destruction. But before we start, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, here on this channel, I talk about how you can find your passion and go after it at any age, how you can find balance even at the most difficult times in your life, and how you can be happy with the things and the people you already have surrounding you. So if you're interested, make sure to click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Now, let's get to today's topic. So sign number 1 is the I don't matter mantra. So if you're saying this to yourself again and again, if you have these thoughts of, I'm just not good enough, I'm just a waste of space, I don't need to be here, you have this imposter syndrome, wherever you go, you feel like you're not enough, you feel like there's something missing, you feel like you haven't developed something within you, or you're not this person that has what it takes in any situation. Because sometimes we could feel inadequate, even in the silliest of situations. Even in situations where we're supposed to let loose, let go, and be ourselves, we are unable to do that because we have this inferiority complex. We have developed this inferiority mindset. We are always in our heads, and it's now become our way of life. It's now become what we truly believe about ourselves. And when we truly believe this about ourselves, it becomes our reality. It not only affects how we see ourselves, it not only affects our relationships with others, it affects every area of our lives. It affects what we can do with our lives, it affects the way we look at the world, the way we relate to the world, what we can achieve, our happiness. Everything is affected. Because when you say, I don't matter, you're saying, basically, wherever I go, I don't have an effect. Wherever I go, I can't, you're just thinking of yourself as someone that is dismissible or disposable. Because when you say, I don't matter, you're basically saying, it doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't matter how I feel. So you are just disregarding your own emotions, disregarding your own ability to do things. And with this comes your inability to do things. This becomes something that makes you lose your inspiration to do anything, that makes you lose hope, that makes you lose enthusiasm, interest, or anything. You lose your zest for life because you don't matter. So this is a very dangerous path for you. And if you don't change this mantra to, I do matter, I matter. It matters what I think. It matters what I do. It matters how I feel. And it doesn't matter what I did wrong in the past. It doesn't matter if I have had my fair share of failures, mistakes, disappointments. I may have disappointed a lot of people. I may have disappointed myself. I may have done so many things wrong in my life, but I still matter. I still can change my life. I still have done some things right in my life because no one has done everything wrong in their lives. This is what you have to know. And you have to hold on to those. They may be little, but your little victories matter in this moment, especially when you're feeling this way, because this is the wrong way of thinking. And when you are in the wrong way of thinking, you are unaware. Basically, you are forgetting all the good things that you've done, all the accomplishments that you may have accomplished, no matter how small they are, no matter how in your eyes, they don't matter. So you have to start lifting yourself up by saying to yourself, I matter. And I can change things from now on if I don't like the way I am now. Because self-hate is the main reason for all of your problems. When you can't stand yourself, when you are unable to look at yourself in the mirror and at least have one positive thought about yourself, that is very dangerous. And it's not only restricted to your, mental problems, to these depressions or anxiety or whatever self-image problems that you have. When you keep this for a very long time, everything else is going to be affected. So know that when you have this kind of self-destructive thoughts, your body is later going to be, receiving the news. It's just going to be like, this is the way I am. I hate myself. I don't want to be in this body. I hate my life. When you keep saying this again and again, then you are going to be experiencing not only some little pains and discomfort here and there, you are going to be, I don't wish this for you, but if you don't stop saying this to yourself, if you don't stop looking at yourself in the mirror and thinking all these negative thoughts that is creating havoc within yourself, you may end up physically sick. And sometimes it may be so dangerous that it's going to alter your life in a negative way. So know that whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you've done, you matter. You're here for a reason, and it's up to you to find out. But you'll never be able to find out if all your thoughts are keeping you in this, crazy thoughts that will not let you think of anything else. So make sure you develop this courage, to start loving and accepting yourself and stop saying, I don't matter. You do. Because when you start saying, I matter, you really do. Because the world is going to treat you the way you treat yourself. The world is going to see you the way you see yourself. That's the reality. It's bizarre and weird, but people who are confident, people who love and accept themselves, people who exude this, love for themselves, the world will reciprocate that. So you have to think why that is. You have to stop saying this. And you have to stop saying, why is the world treating me this way when I feel so bad? Well, they're treating you that way because you feel so bad. So change this way and everything in your life will change. So the second sign is the I am too dash mantra. I am too old, I am too fat, I am too thin, I am too ugly, I am unworthy, I am undeserving. It goes on and on. This is kind of the extension of the I don't matter mantra, because when you say I don't matter, then you start trying to look for the reasons why. Then you find them because you're looking for them. Then you say I am to this is happening because I am to this, this is not working out because I am to that. So when this happens, you're becoming hopeless. You're just basically sealing your fate by saying, there is a reason why this is not working out for me. There is a reason why my life sucks. There is a reason why, everything is falling apart in my life. But in reality, the only reason why things are not working out for you, the only reason why you may be not succeeding at the things you're doing, or you're not achieving the things that you want in life, is you. I mean, I don't want to be harsh, but you are the one who's thinking these thoughts. You are the one who is allowing these thoughts to go on and on and on until they become a belief system and until there's no other alternative for you. So it's up to you to just decide. You don't need anything else. You don't need to go to, I don't know where, but you can't do it by yourself. You can't just say to yourself right now, here, stop saying these things about yourself. Stop this self-destructive thoughts. Stop degrading yourself. Stop insulting yourself in ways that's literally ruining your life. So it's a decision. You just need to decide, I'm not going to say this anymore because my words have power. My thoughts have power. They're literally transmuting themselves into my reality. I don't have to wonder why my life sucks when I have this kind of sucky thoughts all the time. So it becomes clear to you. You just need to develop the courage, like I said earlier. Develop the courage. Be strong. You're being very weak when you are degrading yourself. You're being very weak when you are allowing outside situations affect everything you think about yourself and everything you do in your life. And when you do this, you'll realize that the thought was the only problem. The thought is always the only problem, because the minute you change your thought, everything will change. The first thing is you'll start to feel better about yourself. You just feel this weight off of yourself because you're no more feeling sad for yourself. You don't have self-pity. You don't have these self-destructive thoughts going on and on all day long. You're just free. You're free to explore new things about yourself. You're free to say good things about yourself. Now you're allowing yourself to love yourself because you live with yourself 24/7. How can you live with someone that you absolutely hate? How can you live with someone that has made your life a living hell? So it's a decision. Decide not to ever say these things about yourself, even if it's very clear. You may say, but I am fat. It doesn't matter. Don't say those things about yourself if it's something that makes you feel bad. Don't say, I am too old, I am too... That's not the reason. So many people in their old age, you see them doing amazing things. You see them accomplishing so many great things. You see them starting over in life, and it's a beautiful thing. And now you are maybe in your 30s, in your 40s, or whatever, and now you're saying life is over. It's not over. Stop saying I am too this, I am too that. And start saying I can do anything at any age, I can do anything at any size, I can do anything. Even if there's no one to help me, I am going to make it happen. Because when you start saying that, the universe is going to send all the help and all the helpers. Number 3 is the hand out of control to outside entities. So because of the pressure that you might be feeling, because of all these negative thoughts that you've had for years, now you'll start to externalize. Now you'll start to outsource all the things that you should be doing by yourself. You outsource your thinking. Now you start to blame the outside world. You start to blame people. You start to blame the weather. You start to blame the government. You start to blame your pets. You start blaming everything outside of yourself so that it makes sense. So it makes the pain a little bit less. But it doesn't. Because you'll see that the more you blame the outside world, the more you feel bad about yourself. It's not a solution to, hand out your problems to the outside world. It makes you feel even more out of control and less in control of everything that's happening in your life. Now you're going to be triggered by even the little things that are happening in your life because you feel so helpless. You are a victim. Your way, your solution to make the pain less now ends up making you become a victim, a helpless person that is just trapped in a world that won't let you escape the prison that you've made for yourself. So just stop blaming anything or anyone for your problems, because even if they were to blame, even if you were justified, even if you know for sure and everyone else knows for sure that they are to blame, stop saying that. Stop doing that, because that is never the solution. Take your power back by saying, I am responsible for any situation that I am in, so that you can get out of it sooner. Number 4 is the miracle awaiting fool. Really, it's like looking at someone who's very hungry, staring at a buffet right in front of him, still waiting for someone to feed him. It's like looking at someone who's able-bodied, someone who's able to think for themselves, someone with perfect health, someone with so much skill sets, so many abilities, so many things that they can do, restricting themselves and just waiting for something to happen from the outside world before they make something happen by themselves. If this is you, lose this attitude now, because otherwise you'll be waiting forever, because you are the one to make things happen. You are the one to achieve the things that you want by changing your attitude, by changing your mindset, and getting to action. This is the biggest trap. This is your biggest waste of time, because you'll just spend so much time waiting for someone to do something that they promised you, or you'll just be waiting for situations on the outside to change before you make your move. You don't need to do that. You make your move now. Start today. Start by changing your mindset. Start saying to yourself that you are in control, and that you don't have to waste your time on things you have no control of. And then things will start to change. Because honestly, you are the miracle. You might be rolling your eyes at this statement, but it is true. You are the one to make things happen. Stop waiting for things to happen, because the real miracle is in here. You are the one to transmute your ideas into reality. You have been given that power. And it's up to you whether you do your research, you do your due diligence on the meaning, on the real meaning of your thoughts becoming your reality, and then everything changes. This is why you need to learn more about your own nature. Do your due diligence on what it means to have the right kind of thoughts in order to have the right kind of, the kind of reality that you want out there. So if you're waiting for a miracle to come from out there, you'll be waiting forever. But if you work to bring the miracle from in here, you're cutting your waiting time by half just by doing that, just by realizing that you are the one to make things happen. Number 5 is the wrong treatments. So alcohol, cigarettes, drugs, 100 friends, gambling, betting, running away from your problems. These are all signs that you are losing complete control of your life. You are losing control of everything in your life by running away and doing things that make you, maybe lose consciousness for a while so you can forget your problems, or so that you can at least have this time where you're not bombarded with all this negative and fearful thinking that goes on here. But this is not the solution. You're just numbing yourself down. You're just numb to your problems, but there is no solution. So if you want the solutions, you're going to have to face your problems. It doesn't mean that you have to think about them obsessively and drive yourself mad. That's worse than drinking your problems away or doing drugs. But it means for you to be stable enough, to have this awareness within you that you can only solve your problems by facing them. You can face them while at the same time being strong enough not to break down. This is the way to deal with your problems in your life.